Have you ever come home from a trip, looked through hundreds of photos, and realized you barely remembered what happened? And then there are those other journeys, the ones that come back to you months later. Not because of a famous landmark, but because of a conversation, a shared meal, a smile from someone whose name you've forgotten, but whose kindness you'll never forget. We've been traveling for most of our lives, and somewhere along the way, we started asking ourselves a simple question. Why do some journeys change us, while others simply entertain us? For a long time, we thought traveling meant collecting places. Another city, another country, another photo to prove we'd been there. But looking back, the moments we remember most were never the ones we planned so carefully. They happened when the schedule slowed down, when there was finally enough space for something unexpected to happen. Maybe that's the biggest misconception about travel. We've learned to count places, when perhaps we should be counting moments. People often ask us where they should travel next. And every time we hesitate, not because we don't know beautiful places, but because beauty has never really been the point. Some of the journeys that left the deepest mark on us happened far away from famous skylines and crowded squares. Sometimes it was a quiet village, sometimes a mountain trail, sometimes just a table where strangers slowly became friends. Those places rarely appear on travel brochures, but they stay with you far longer than many famous landmarks ever could. One thing we've learned over the years is that places don't create memories, people do. We found ourselves sitting around tables where nobody spoke the same language, and yet everyone somehow understood each other. We've been welcomed into places we never would have found on our own, not because they were hidden, but because someone decided to share a small piece of their world with us. That's something no guidebook can ever promise, and no itinerary can ever fully plan. People often think traveling with purpose is about choosing different destinations. We think it's about choosing a different attitude. It's allowing curiosity to guide you more than your schedule. It's understanding that sometimes the most meaningful part of the day isn't what you came to see. It's the moment you never expected. Purpose isn't something you add to a journey. It's something you leave room for. When a journey ends, we rarely miss the monuments. We miss the rhythm, the people who made us feel welcome, the evenings that seemed to last forever, the quiet mornings, the stories that became part of our own. Those are the souvenirs that don't fit inside a suitcase. They quietly become part of who we are. And maybe that's why some journeys never really end. Because we don't just remember where we went. We remember who we were while we were there. At XPeaks, we've never believed that traveling is about seeing more. We believe it's about feeling more, listening more, and connecting more. Because the places that stay with us are rarely the ones where we did the most. They're the ones where, even for a little while, we stopped feeling like visitors and started feeling like we belonged. Maybe that's what traveling with purpose really means. Not collecting destinations, but collecting perspectives. And perhaps that's the greatest souvenir we can ever bring home.